Hey everybody, this is Andrew here at PressBox Stats. Today we're going to go through a high-level overview of what you can expect during live scoring. So here you see that I am on the main page for my Smithfield team. And if I scroll down, I have the schedule for the team here. In order to do live scoring, you would just tap the row of the game that you want to update. So here I'm going to tap on my game versus Tuslaw. So here is the home screen that you will see during live scoring. So basically, this is going to reflect a lot of what you would see on a scoreboard at an actual game. And we'll go through a lot of this information in just a minute. But I'll show you the other tabs here as well. So on the top right, you see that we're on the live tab, which is where most of your work will happen. But if I go over to the plays tab, here you would see basically drive summaries of throughout the game. And for each drive, you can expand it. You can see the individual plays as well as the number of plays, yards, and time of possession per drive. So this is basically your plays or your drive tab. And then there's also the stats tab. In this stats tab, will have complete individual stats for both teams, Smithfield and Tuslaw. If you scroll down, you also see the team stats that will look familiar if you compare that to the Gamecast. And also, there will be a button on this tab as well where you can tap an icon or a button to send stats, and that's how you will send stats to your immediate contacts at the end of the game. But for this video, we're going to go back to live. We're going to briefly go through what you expect here. So basically, everything here is pretty self-explanatory. You have the Smithfield score, the Tuslaw score, and you have the clock all in that top section. Underneath each team, you have the timeout indicators. So they all have 3 timeouts right now. You have the down, the distance to go, the yard line the ball's on, the quarter. And just below that, a button for a timeout, a button to end the quarter whenever you need to, and then also the hash mark that you can specify if you would like. So there is a setting in your user preferences, not team preferences, but your user preferences, where you can decide whether or not you want to track the hash as well as the direction of the play if you get into certain plays. Just below that is a section where once you start entering plays, those recent plays will begin to populate here. So you can see what happened 3 plays ago, or if you want to kind of get a brief, quick glance of what happened during that drive, you can see all those play-by-play commentaries there. And then at the very bottom of the screen, you can see at all times, you have access to the different event or play options. So for special teams, we have kickoff, punt, field goal, point after. There's also a penalty screen, which we'll have another video about. There's a run play, which is here. And then there is a pass play, which you will see here. And again, all of those different events, we will have separate videos to address those. But mainly at the very top, if you wanted to change possession from Smithfield to Tuslaw, the app should do it automatically for you. But if you wanted to change it yourself, you simply just tap on the other team and it changes the football to the other team. If you wanted to change the clock, just go ahead and tap on the clock and you can change it from 12 to 11 or whatever you wanted, and it will change that. Now, throughout the game, when there are important events such as a scoring play or the end of a drive, the app will automatically prompt you for the time and the clock as well, so it can calculate the time of possession. But you are more than welcome to change that clock anytime you want to as well. Same thing with the down to the to go and the ball on. You can change this. So I can change the down to whatever I wanted. I can change the to go to whatever I wanted. And also I can change what yard line the ball is on. And as you'll see right now, the ball is on the 40 on the right side of the field, which means we come in here and we go to kickoff. Tuslaw will be kicking off from right to left. So let's say that's incorrect. You'll see a swap ends button here on this kickoff screen, which you'll see on most screens. But also if you tap on the ball on field here, that swap ends button also is here. So if you tap on that swap ends button, all it's going to do is just reverse the field. So now if I hit done, instead of the ball being on the right 40, the ball is now going to be on the left 40. So let me go ahead and hit special teams and kick off again. And now Tuslaw is on the Tuslaw 40, but they're going from left to right. So that's how you can basically swap the field or reverse the field for that game whenever that changes. Maybe the first half, second half, teams decide which way they want to go. And it just does. You just need to sync up with whatever they chose. Let's go ahead and do a timeout here. So if there's a timeout, I can choose which team called the timeout. Let's say Tuslaw. And again, it prompted me for the clock. I can change that to 10. And under Tuslaw on the top right, you'll see that their indicator went from 3 to 2 timeouts. And then also, let's go ahead and hit end the first quarter here. So the clock currently is 10 minutes. End first quarter, I want to end the first quarter, yes. And as soon as I'm done, it will change the quarter to the second quarter, but also the clock will refresh to 12 minutes left. And down, if we scroll down to the recent plays, this isn't just plays, but this is also events. So anytime there's a timeout, a quarter ended, or any kind of play that you had during the game or a penalty, those would show up in this recent plays section as well. Well, I know that was a pretty brief overview, but again, we will have more detailed videos for different play types, different event types, and more as we get further along. So stay tuned. Thanks.